What if I told you that the operating system running your computer doesn't have to cost you anything? You don't need to keep paying for software just to have a capable computer. You don't need a brand new PC just because your old one feels slow. And you don't have to accept whatever desktop experience a company decides to give you. There's another choice: Linux. And today, I'm going to give you some seriously good reasons why you might want to try it. Let's start with one of the biggest advantages. Linux is free. Ubuntu? Free. Linux Mint? Free. Fedora? Free. Debian? Free. KDE Plasma? Free. Thousands of Linux applications? Free. There are no Windows-style activation keys required to use Linux itself. You can download a Linux distribution, install it, and use it without purchasing an operating system license. And that's not just good for individuals. Think about schools, charities, community centers, and developing communities trying to make limited technology budgets go further. Instead of spending money licensing an operating system for computer after computer, Linux can provide access to a powerful computing environment and a huge ecosystem of free and open-source educational software. That money can potentially go toward hardware, internet access, teachers, and students instead. And here's another massive benefit. Linux can give older computers another chance. Got an old laptop sitting in a cupboard? Don't immediately throw it away. There are lightweight Linux distributions and desktop environments designed to work well on less powerful hardware. That old computer might still be useful for web browsing, writing documents, watching videos, learning programming, studying, running a home server, or simply becoming someone's first computer. That can mean less electronic waste and less money spent replacing hardware that may still be perfectly usable. Linux doesn't magically make every ancient computer fast, but the right Linux setup can make surprisingly modest hardware useful again. This is where Linux gets really interesting. Linux gives you an extraordinary amount of control. Don't like your desktop? Change it. Don't like the icons? Change them. Don't like the taskbar? Move it. Want your computer to resemble Windows? You can. Want something closer to Mac OS? You can create that experience too. Want something that looks like it came from a cyberpunk spaceship? Go for it. KDE Plasma, GNOME, Cinnamon, XFCE, Mate, and other desktop environments can completely change how your computer looks and behaves. Your computer can actually feel like your computer. And then there's something much bigger behind Linux. Open source software. The Linux kernel's source code is publicly available. Developers around the world can inspect it, contribute to it, and improve it. Linux isn't some tiny experimental operating system either. Linux technology powers an enormous part of the modern world, from servers and cloud infrastructure to supercomputers, embedded devices, and Android's Linux-based kernel. Yet you can install a Linux distribution on your own computer and become part of that ecosystem. Linux can also be attractive to people who care about privacy and control over their operating system. Different Linux distributions have different policies, so don't assume every Linux system handles data identically. But Linux gives you something extremely valuable: choice. You can choose your distribution. You can choose your software. You can choose your desktop. You can choose which services run. And advanced users can go incredibly deep into configuring exactly how their system behaves. Instead of asking, "What will my operating system allow me to change?" Linux encourages you to ask, "What do I want my computer to be?"
Because switching operating systems shouldn't be about somebody telling you what to use. It should be about discovering what works for you. Wait, what's this button? Do not press.